A man says angrily on the phone, "What's wrong with your company? They still haven't sent the car. It's so hot today, and I've been kept waiting here for so long. If nobody shows up within 10 minutes, I'm leaving." After a while, a car pulls up in front of him. The man looks toward the car when a young woman steps out and says apologetically, "I'm sorry, there was a traffic jam on the way, so I got delayed. Come on, let's go." The man says angrily, "Pick up the luggage and let's go." The man walks ahead while the young woman carries his luggage and follows behind him. First, she helps the man into the car, then she puts the luggage in the trunk and sits in the front seat to drive. While they are driving, an old man standing on the roadside signals for the car to stop. The young woman hits the brakes and asks politely, "Where do you need to go?" The poor old man replies helplessly, "Please drop me a little further ahead. I'm really exhausted. Please help me. My wife is sick and has been admitted to the emergency hospital. I need to get home quickly, but I haven't been able to find a ride for 2 hours. Please, give me a lift." The young woman says kindly, "Oh, I see. All right, come on, get in the car." The poor man happily starts getting into the car when the rude man says rudely, "Why are you letting him in? I'm not sitting in the same car with him." The young woman replies calmly, "He's a helpless man. He can't even make it home on his own. He's exhausted. Let him sit." The rude man says arrogantly, "I'm not letting him ride in this car. The company sent this luxury car for me, not for this dirty old man. I'm not riding with him. If you let him in, I'll report you later." But the young woman ignores him and says politely, "Sir, please come and sit inside." Just as the poor man is about to sit down, the rude man stops him and says disgustedly, "He's a filthy countryman. He'll ruin the car and dirty my clothes too." Now the young woman loses her patience. She steps out of the car and says firmly, "You get out of the car and arrange another ride for yourself." The rude man gets out and says angrily, "You have no manners. You're leaving me on the side of the road? Your boss personally invited me here. If I tell them about your behavior, they'll fire you. So watch how you talk to me, or with just one phone call, I'll have you kicked out of your job. You have no idea who you're messing with." The young woman replies calmly, "All right, we'll see about that." The rude man calls his boss to complain about her, but suddenly he notices that the woman's phone is ringing. Shocked, he says nervously, You're my boss?" Then he says fearfully, "I'm sorry, I was just joking." His boss says coldly, "Now I know what kind of rude person you really are. You don't know how to treat people with respect, so I'm firing you." The rude man says tearfully, "Please forgive me." Then he walks over to the poor old man and says regretfully, "Please forgive me too." But the boss says firmly, "That's not necessary anymore." She takes his bag out of the trunk and says coldly, "Now find your own way home." The rude man keeps begging and says desperately, "Please forgive me." He grabs her hand, but the boss pulls her hand away. Then she helps the poor old man into the car and sits in the front seat to drive away.